Welcome to Street Talker with Nancy Tansy Busher. Here you will meet artisans from Florida's Gulf Coast and learn about their art. We include their contact information so you may contact them. For a complete list of links, go to artistkaleidoscope.us. Thank you. We have Susan Klaus here. She's from Sarasota. I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about herself.
I write in two different genres, thrillers and fantasy. I have a book out right now, Secretariat Reborn, which takes place in Sarasota. It's about the cloning of Secretariat. A young guy gets a colt from his dying father, and it turns out to be a clone. It's a very fast-paced, about the underworld of horse racing. It's about Sarasota.
Susan also has a program on Radio Ear Network. Tell us about that.
This is my competition here I'm talking to.
I believe in friendly competition.
Oh, well, I have a web radio, and it's on radioearnetwork.com. It's called The Authors Connection Show. It's only authors. And I'm on Tuesdays from 11 to 12 and Thursdays 9 to 10. It's about authors. I have everything from Michael Connelly's been on the show several times. I just talked to the biggest bestseller, Gilbert King, who won the Pulitzer Prize for 2013, and all the way down to self-published. If you want to hear about new books, want to hear how these people write their books, it's that kind of a show.
They also have a link where you can go back and see past interviews.
The archives?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just go to Radio Ear Network and look for The Authors Connection. That's my show, which is the best show on their station. But I'm going to plug my other books. I got a great fantasy coming out. It's Flight of the Golden Harpy. Mm-hmm. And then I have the sequel to Secretariat Reborn coming out also, and that is called Shark Fin Soup. Same young guy, but he's out to save sharks from extinction.
Pretty exciting. She is a one-woman show, believe me.
We could talk for a long time.
We've been known to. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're talking now to Amy Fell. Amy has a number of children's books. Would you like to tell us a little bit about them?
First book that I wrote is called Two Terrible Eaters. I based it on my niece and nephew who are picky eaters. The story is about a prince and a princess who don't like to eat anything except peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Their parents, the king and queen, present chefs from around the world, and these chefs present their food from their countries to the children. The children turn up their noses and push the food away and say, it's too icky, it's too sticky, it's too gooey, it's too ooey. They go through a whole series of these chefs, and at the end, the chefs get mad at them, escort them to the kitchen, and present the kids with all the food in the kitchen and tell them to make their own concoction. They like their own food and will eat again. The second book that I wrote is Everyday Regular Kid. It's for primary readers. It's just that kids are special, whether they're short or tall or big or small. And then I have a third book coming out in about a month called Peter's World Without Art. This little boy has no art in his world and how it affects him. The story goes on to show people how Peter changes that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And here we have Carol Stack. Carol has a new book out. Yes.
I have a new book, Where's Willie? Story about a wandering whale that gets trapped in a harbor. Who can help him get out? How does he get out? And how does he get in there in the first place?
The first book was
Flyaway Bear.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The sixth book. Jason Hageman. Jason Hageman has a book out called The Sixth Book, and I'm going to let him tell you about it.
It's a suspense novel. It's about a guy who has inherited an artifact from ancient Egypt from his father, who's just been murdered. And the whole book is about him uncovering the mysteries of that artifact and trying to solve the mystery of his father's murder.
A little bit like Indiana Jones.
People have certainly made that comparison, yep.
If you'll give me business card so that I have your contact information,
Yep.
And I have your picture, we
Actually,
have the title of
let
your
me
book. I thank you for allowing me to do this.
Sure, thank you for having me.
I'm here with Jennifer Fitzgerald at the Venice Book Fair. She has illustrated Interference, the book by Patrick Chrissy. Very good book. I have read it. It is very good. Jennifer, Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Hi, I am a book publisher. Patrick's book was a cover that I did. But we go all the way from editing, formatting, cover design, into the marketing side, building websites, marketing packages, teach authors how to market their books and actually make money.
Give us some contact information.
Easiest way to get in touch with me is on my website, motherspider.com. I'm a mom, and spiders crawl the web. That's how you know who I am, motherspider.com. Or you can call my business phone number is 239-693-3729.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're speaking now to Shannon Esposito. She has a number of books. Tell us a little bit about your books. Give us your titles.
I write the Pet Psychic Mysteries. The first one is Karma's a Bitch. The second one is Lady Luck Runs Out. And the third one is Silence is Golden. They're set in St. Pete, Florida. They're basically just fun, cozy mysteries with no violence, sex, bad language. Good for everybody to read.
They all take place in St. Pete? Oh, how nice. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're here now with Tim Jacobs. Tim is from Fort Myers, Florida. Almost said Indiana. Give us the title of your books.
My two books are H.E. Heitman, an early entrepreneur of Fort Myers, Florida. It is about Harvey Heitman, who is an early businessman in Fort Myers. He was a pioneer citizen, built the first brick building in town in 1897. And my second book is titled Almost Home, the 1864 Diary of Sergeant Samuel E. Grosvenor. Grosvenor served from Guilford, Connecticut during the Civil War. He was captured by the rebels. He was taken to Andersonville Prison, which is the most horrific prison still to this day in military history. He kept a diary while he was there that actually survived. I was able to find it and transcribe it and put a narration to it, as well as the genealogy of his family.
Thank you. It was nice seeing you again. We're talking now to David Abraham.
That's correct.
That's correct. Give us the title of a couple of your books and your contact information.
I actually have 9 books. I have Aaron Burr, Adventurer, Tainted Justice, Bawdy Town, Thy Father's Seed, Flight from Albrabello, Love and Promise, The Principal, and Black River, and The Dark Days of Florida. That's the one that just came out.
Tell us a little about the Dark Days of Florida.
Dark Days of Florida, I take those periods in Florida history where there was one injustice done by one group of people toward another group of people. And I start with the Spanish coming into Florida with Ponce de Leon. And I go through that time when the Americans came in and combined both East Florida and West Florida into one Florida. And then I go from there to the 3 Seminole Wars, talk about the people who were involved. And then I go from that to the Civil War. I deal only with wars and events that took place in the state of Florida. And then I go into the Reconstruction period and how it affected Florida after the Civil War.
Oh, it sounds like anyone who comes on vacation can just make themselves comfortable on the beach and read to their heart's content.
Absolutely. They'll learn an awful lot about Florida history.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You have a nice day.
Do you want to do that again?
You want me to just start over? I'm Angelina Asante.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Angelina Asante. Today I'm promoting my book, The Lottery Heiress. It's about Megan Pagano, who's a woman in her 20s, and through a series of circumstances, she inherits $300 million that she didn't know about. Basically, we follow her journey on what the money does to her and how it derails her life. She kind of goes off the deep end because everybody wants something from her, and she has a hard time handling it.
I can imagine. I can see myself going off the deep end. Oh, heck yes.
Most people want that opportunity.
Yeah, really.
You can contact my publisher at cityofpalmspub.com, or you can Facebook me. I'm the only Angelina Asante.
Thank you. Okay, we're speaking now to D.L. Havlin. For your information, I checked. Your book, A Place No One Should Go, is in the Osprey Library.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for letting me know that, Nancy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, and I've read the book already, and it's wonderful. I am curious, though, because it came with a different cover.
When you have a traditional publisher, I'm through 3 covers now. I've had 3 different covers and 5 printings. They've changed it again since the one you have, probably.
Man, I love that emerald green. That was just so... that compelled me alone to buy the book.
Hopefully the new one will be just as good, or at least I hope so.
Well, we know the story is, don't we?
We certainly think so.
Okay, I thank you very much.
Thank you, Nancy, and thank you for coming out and visiting us here at the Venice Book Festival, and you always do a fantastic job.
Flatterer. I love it. And now we're talking to Diane Worthen, and she has a new book since I saw her last.
My book is Oliver's Wish. It's a story about a wooden flamingo who wished he could fly. And when, through an act of nature, his wish finally came true, it took him on a frightful and dangerous journey. In the end, he learns who he really is and where he truly wishes to be.
Hello. This is wonderful. Now, what age group would this be?
This would be from 4 to 8.
Ooh, the pictures are gorgeous.
Yes.
Did you do the illustrations?
Yes, I am the author and illustrator.
Oh my gosh. I hope I can get a picture of the inside of the book to add to this, because
sure
these
you
pictures
can.
are adorable. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
This has been Street Talker with Nancy Tansy Busher, brought to you by Busher Consultants, your team of writing specialists. We hope you will join us as we meet more artists, authors, musicians, and craftsmen on Street Talker. Thank you.